Hello student. In last video we discussed ionic equilibrium. Now let us discuss our next topic is what? Acids, bases and salts. Okay. Now if you see acids means what? According to here, if you go for the Latin word here, acidus means what? Sour. Okay. It is a acidus means is a Latin word. In that, what is the meaning of that? It is a sour. Okay. Now if you see, if you go for the litmus test for the acid, it turns to what? Blue litmus is going to turn as a what? Red. Okay. So generally if you go for the lab, generally what one, if you want to go is it acid or not, means just go for the litmus test. Okay, litmus paper, it turns the blue litmus into what? Red. Now if you go further here, what? Liberate the dihydrogen and react with the some metals. Best example, if you see in the stoichiometry, we also discuss, for example, zinc is there, okay? And reaction with the HCl, what happens? Going to give the zinc along with the what? It's going to give the hydrogen, okay? If you go for the balancing equation, this one means, if you see here, acid, okay? This is a acid and reaction with the what? Metal. Some metal, for example, I took the zinc. So what happened? You are going to, it is going to liberate the what? Hydrogen generally from what? Here if you see the few metals react with the acids, going to liberate the what? Hydrogen, okay? Now let us discuss the examples here. If you see the examples here, okay, let us see examples here. Acetic acid. Acetic acid is known to be the main constituent of vinegar. As you know very well, generally in our household purpose also we are using the vinegar in that acetic acid. Okay, what is the formula of acetic acid? Already we discussed in the previous video. Okay, acetic acid, what is the formula? Here we have CH3. Okay, CH3 COH. This is a acetic acid formula. Okay, now next, lemon. If you see the lemon and orange juices, here contain what? Along with the citric acid and here we have the ascorbic acid. Simply you can call this is ascorbic acid at what? Vitamin C. Okay. So in lemon and oranges we have the citric and ascorbic acid. Now tamarind, as you know very well, it contain what? Tartaric acid. So this is all acids examples we have in our daily use. Okay. Now let us discuss our next part. We have bases. Now if you see the bases, here what is turns the red litmus paper into blue. Okay, here you can see acid turns to what? Blue litmus into red, but bases here what? Red litmus into blue. Okay, next if you come to see here, taste of the bases, what we have? Bitter and feel soapy. Okay, if you touch it is, you can feel as a soapy. Best example, you can take the sodium hydroxide pellet. Okay, unfortunately we don't have labs. Okay, if you see in the lab also, if you see that this, if you touch the sodium hydroxide pellets, you can feel as a soapy. Okay, how the soapy nature means? Simply what? Soapy nature means what? You have the soap, if you touch, how it's you are feeling, like that feeling is called as soapy. Okay, now example, what we have? Washing soda, use it for the what? Washing purpose. Okay, now next what we have? Salts. Okay, so here salts means what? When acids and bases, now what happened? Acids and bases are mixed in the right proportion, they react with each other, give the salt. Best example you know very well, HCl. Okay, this is the acid and reaction with the base, nothing but what? Sodium hydroxide. What you are going to get? You are going to get the salt as a what? Sodium chloride. Okay, along with the water. So here what we have? Acids and bases are mixed in the right proportion, they react with each other to give the salts. Okay, example, sodium chloride, barium sulfide and sodium nitrate. Okay, so many we have. These are the sample examples. Next here we have some views of scientists. Okay, according to, for example, we have the Arrhenius. Okay, one of the famous scientists. According to his concept, what is a acid? How can you define the acid and bases? Okay, let us discuss. Next we have the Louis Brown state, like one by one we have. So now according to Arrhenius concept of acid basis means, according to in his view, what is the, how can you define the acid? Okay, now according to Arrhenius theory, okay, according to Arrhenius, what here, how can define the acid here? The substance that dissociate in water, I am talking about the what? In water, to give hydrogen ion, H plus, means if any substance, okay, in the water, if you add, what happens, going to dissociate and giving the what, H plus ion, that type of, okay, that type of compound is called as a what, acid. This is what according to Arrhenius concept. Let us see the example, ionization of acid, and here we are taking the one acid, that is what, HX. Now can be represented by the following equation here. So if you see the HX, I am going to dissolve in the what? Aqua means what? Going to dissolve in the water. Now once you dissolve in the water, you are going to get the H plus X minus. So according to Arrhenius here, according to Arrhenius, it is a what? Acid. So here we have one concept, what is the specialty of H plus, okay? So if you see here we have a bare proton, okay, nothing but one, simply only alone H plus, okay, is very reactive and cannot, okay, cannot exist freely in aqueous solution. What is the meaning means, here we are writing the H plus, but H plus cannot exist as a only H plus. What is happening, this H plus, okay, H plus will combine with the H2O, gives the here hydronium ion, here is going to H3O plus. Here let us see here, cannot exist freely in aqueous solution, that it bonds to the oxygen atom of the solvent water molecule to give trigonal pyramidal hydronium ion, nothing but H3O plus. Okay, in this chapter we shall use H plus and H3O plus interchangeably to mean the same, that is hydrated proton. Simply what I want to convey means here. So here H plus whatever there, it is not going to exist as a singly, okay. So this H plus what happened, it is going to combine with the, okay, water, okay, in this specially why, because means on water we have the two lone pairs on oxygen atom in going to combine and going to form the what, hydronium ion, that is nothing but H3O plus. Now what's the shape of this one means, you can write as what, trigonal pyramidal here, okay. So H plus, so if you write here H plus or H3O plus means both are same, we are going to use what, interchangeably. Simply H plus does not exist freely in the aqueous solution. Here we are using the aqueous solution means what, whatever the compounds is there, you are going to dissolve in the water, that is called what, aqueous solution, okay. Now let us discuss bases. How can you define the, according to Arrhenius, how can you define the bases, okay? The substance that dissociate in water to give the hydroxide ion, here hydroxyl ion, nothing but, if any substance gives in what, OH minus ions, so according to Arrhenius, that is a base. Now a base molecule like MOH, okay, ionize in aqueous solution according to equation. Now how it is going to ionize here? So if you take the example MOH, it's going to give the M plus OH minus. The hydroxyl ion also exists in hydrated form in the aqueous solution. Here also it's going to exist as a what? Hydroxyl ion also going to exist as a what? Hydrated form means what here? For example, we have the OH minus ions. Okay. So this is a hydroxyl ion. Around this, what happened? Water molecule are going to surrounded. Okay. Water molecules are going to surrounded. That is called as a what? Hydrated ion. Is it clear now? So here also OH minus is not going to stay as a singlet, it's going to what, it's going to surrounded by the water molecule, that is called as a what, hydrated form. Now limitations of Arrhenius concept of acid and bases means, here we have limitations means, according to Arrhenius you cannot explain the all as a what, you cannot explain acids and bases completely. Let us see example here. What is the limitation here? First, applicable to only aqueous solution means whatever a compound, for example taking the HCl, okay, HCl I am going to, if I dissolve in the water, okay, then only I can explain it is acid according to what, Arrhenius. Okay, for example H2SO4 is there, if I dissolve in the H2SO4, if I dissolve in the water, then only I can explain is it acid or base according to what, Arrhenius. So it is applicable to only aqueous solution means whatever the compounds is there, you are going to dissolve in the water solvent only. If other than water is there, he didn't explain other than water solvent. That is the one of the drawback. Now Second one is what? It does not account for the basicity of substance like ammonia, which do not possess the hydroxyl group. So here what happened? According to Arrhenius, what base means definitely it have OH minus, okay, OH group. So here we have the OH. So according to Arrhenius, it is a base. Next, if you take the barium hydroxide here, it is also having the what? OH group. So it is a base. Next, if you take the calcium hydroxide here, so according to Arrhenius, it is also having the OH, so it is a base. So what happened? What are the compounds? These all, if you dissolve in the water, is going to give the OH minus ions. Okay, so all having the OH group. But here, if you see the ammonia, so what is the formula of ammonia? NH3 here. Do we have here OH group? No, it is not there, but still it is a what? Base. So such type of molecule does not explain by what? Arrhenius concept. These are the two drawbacks. One is it is applicable to only aqueous solution, and few of the molecule having the basicity. The type of compounds are not explained by Arrhenius. So we have the next theory. So we have Bronsted-Lowry acids and bases. Okay. Now, according to Bronsted-Lowry acid and bases, how we are going to discuss, I will go for the next class.